It's kind of funny to think about, but money used to have a speed limit. It only moved during business hours, it took days to clear, and it basically took the weekend off. Well, all of that is changing, like right now. We are in the middle of this massive shift to real-time payments, and it's about to redefine everything. Not just how we buy stuff, but how our entire financial system actually works. Okay, let's get into it. And this is the perfect question to start with, isn't it? I mean, we live in a world of instant messages, live streaming. You can talk to someone on the other side of the planet in a millisecond. So why does sending money sometimes feel like you're putting a letter in the mail? For a long time, the answer was just the plumbing. The infrastructure couldn't handle it. But that's exactly what's being torn out and rebuilt from scratch.
And this slide just perfectly sums up the difference. The old system, it worked in batches. The mail truck analogy is spot on. It gathers up all the payments and then boom, at 5 p.m. it leaves. It gets the job done, but it's slow. Real-time payments, on the other hand, are a totally different beast. Every single transaction is like hitting send on a text message. It's sent, delivered, and read all in one go, any time of day, any day of the week.
And that really gets us to the heart of this whole thing. This isn't just a small upgrade. No, this is a full-blown revolution in the way money works. We're creating a world where finance literally never closes. So the engine making all of this possible is something called a real-time rail. Think of it as a brand new digital superhighway built just for money. In Canada, this is a huge part of their payments modernization initiative. And you got to understand, this isn't just a faster version of the old roads. It's a completely new architecture designed from the ground up for an always-on world.
So here's the key takeaway. The wait is over. But it's not just that the funds show up faster. What's absolutely critical, especially for financial institutions, is that the liquidity, the actual available cash to cover those payments, moves in that very same instant. And that one simple fact, well, it creates a whole new set of challenges. Which brings us to let's call it the more complicated side of this revolution. Because when your money is moving around the clock, 24/7, managing it becomes a completely different ballgame. The main problem is something called liquidity fragmentation. I know, it sounds technical, but the idea is simple. Imagine you need to buy groceries, but your money is split between 10 different pockets in 5 different coats you own. That's what's happening to big organizations. Their funds are scattered all over the place, in different accounts and platforms, and it becomes incredibly hard to see exactly how much cash you have on hand at any given moment. And this slide just nails the new reality for the poor folks on the Treasury teams. Their job used to be about balancing the books at the end of the day. Now, it's about managing cash flow minute by minute. That constant pressure creates a ton of operational strain. And if you slip up, you could face an unexpected cash shortfall, even if your company is perfectly healthy on paper. And this quote, it says it all, right? The pressure for constant vigilance is just immense. The old 9-to-5 rhythm of business, it's gone. It's been replaced by this non-stop 24/7 flow of money that demands a whole new level of attention.
Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom and sleepless nights. Every major technological shift brings new risks, sure, but it also unlocks incredible new opportunities. So let's flip the script and talk about the strategic upside here.
This table lays it out so clearly. For every one of those new risks we talked about, like operational risk or liquidity mismatches, there's a corresponding new opportunity on the other side. And if you look closely, you'll see there's a common thread tying all these opportunities together. It's one word: data. Exactly. That's the real game changer. The sheer volume and speed of information coming from real-time payments is just staggering. It's not a trickle of data, it's a fire hose. And if you can figure out how to harness it, it can give you insights you've never had before. And this is where it gets really powerful. With this kind of data, you can understand your customers on a whole new level. You can optimize your cash position on the fly, you can build better, more accurate financial models, and run stress tests that actually mean something. Ultimately, it allows you to be way more agile, way more resilient, no matter what the world throws at you. So, knowing all the risks and all the rewards, the billion-dollar question is, how do you actually prepare for this? Well, the good news is there's a pretty clear, actionable roadmap for getting your organization ready for this new 24/7 reality. It really breaks down into 4 key steps. First, you assess. You have to know how money is moving through your system right now. Second, connect. You need to build the digital pipes, the APIs, to get that real-time data flowing into your systems. Third, automate. Let's be real, you can't have people staring at screens 24/7. You need smart tools to do the heavy lifting. And finally, you optimize. You have to completely rethink how you manage your liquidity for a world that never, ever stops. And for today's explainer, we've been drawing on the incredible insights from the experts over at Treasury Well. They specialize in helping organizations navigate exactly these kinds of huge shifts in the financial world.
So, we want to leave you with this one last thought. We've talked a lot about treasury and liquidity and finance, but the implications are so much bigger. If you totally remove the friction of time from money, what else is going to change? What other parts of our economy, or even our society, are going to be transformed right along with it? It's a revolution that is truly just getting started.